Hello friends, I'm Shashikant Fadtare from Trigger Business School, and today we are beginning our learning journey of SAP HR, also known as SAP HCM, that is Human Capital Management, and also known as SAP HRMS, but that's all one and the same. So, in the beginning, I'll be explaining you the structure of an organization that we are going to take an example of, and from beginning till end we will follow that same organization. So like, there's a group of companies, and under the group of companies there are various sub companies. So here in SAP we call them company codes. So there's a company, then there are company codes below that. Also, after we create that, we will need to create personal areas and personal sub areas. That is, for example, the company may have divisions, branches in various states. Now what personal sub area mean is, within the state also there can be various branches in cities. So we will be creating that, and after that we will be moving on to the personal structure. After the enterprise structure, we will move to the personal structure. We'll create employee categories and employee subcategories. Later we'll move on to the organizational management module of it, wherein we'll create the departments of the company, and also we will create the reporting structure and hierarchy, who reports to whom, who's the head of maintenance, HR, finance. This particular system, SAP, is an ERP, meaning enterprise resource planning, which means that all the departments they are on one single platform, one single system. So SAP is also an ERP. So every SAP system will have all the departments of the company in the same platform. So we will be creating that in the organizational module. We will also be creating certain tasks and subtasks, and also allocate them to the employees. Later, we will move on to the time management part, wherein we will create the shift, the work timings, the working days. Also, we'll create the leave policy of the company, various kind of leaves we will create, and we'll create quota of leave, and then we will also see how we apply for leaves in the system, and we'll then check the leave balance report as well. Later, we will move on to the last part of it, that is the payroll, where we will be creating some uh, components of salary, that is, for example, basic HRA. So we may create one component and then uh, move on with our cycle. Uh, and at the end, we will process the payroll and also generate the salary slip. So this is what is going to be our journey, learning journey of SAP HCM. So we are going to cover the entire journey from start to the end. So now I'm going to log into the SAP server, and then I'll give you a brief introduction about the various screens in the SAP system. And then later on in the subsequent lessons, then we will be working on each modules. So today is the introduction. So now let me log into the server, and I'll take you through a tour of the system. So stay tuned. So friends, here On my desktop, I have the SAP logo and icon. I'll open this. Put my credentials, password, and hit enter. This is how you log on to the SAP server. And this is the SAP Easy Access screen. So here mostly the end users in HR, they work here. For example, you will be able to see the human resources link here, then personal management, administration, HR master data. So these are the links to enter the personal details or take personal actions like joining, transfers, and so on. Similarly, here you have time management related, shift planning, administration, and all. So, if you know the T code, this particular number is known as T code, that is transaction code, then you don't have to follow this tree. You can simply go here. This is known as command field. So in the command field, for example, I am looking for creating some action, maybe hiring action. So I know that the PA40 is the transaction code or T code. So I directly type PA40 and hit enter. So I reach this screen wherein I can choose the action and execute. Now I go back by typing /n. I'm back to the SAP Easy Access screen. Now let me explain you the screen. Here on the top, what you see is the menu bar. Below the menu bar is your standard toolbar. Below that is the title bar, and below that this is the application toolbar. This changes with the particular application you are into. And this, as I said, this is the command field where you put the transaction codes, which are the shortcuts to reach the particular. Now sometimes these are not visible. So what you have to do is you have to go to extras, settings, and if this was not checked, then you have to check display technical name. If this was not there, then you won't be able to see these transaction codes. So just ensure that this is having a tick mark there. So this is the menu tree. Here you can even add your favorite transaction codes that you use quite often. Now this button is for save, this is for going back, and this is for log off, and this is for cancel. Then you have print, the find button, advanced find, then the pages scrolling up and down, and this is for opening a new session. Like in MS Word, Excel, you can open as many files, but here there is a limitation. You can open only 6 such screens. Like I click here, I create another session. Suppose I go to PA30. Now this is where you can edit the personal data, first you'll need to put the personal number. And here now do you see maintain HR master data? Now this application toolbar has changed. This is for creating, this is for changing, this is for displaying, and this is for copying, delimiting, deleting, and this is for overview. This is where you can change the size of the font and all. Go to options, and here you can change the font size. Now for me this 14 is good enough, so I'm not going to do any changes over here. So I'll just cancel and I'll come out. So now I have two screens. This is one SAP Easy Access screen. This is the second screen. So totally 6 such screens can be opened. So now I'll do a /n and go back. I can close one of the screens. So this was a walkthrough through this SAP Easy Access screen where mostly the end users work. But if you're working on SAP, you may work as a consultant also for configuring as per the client's requirements. Then you will have to type SPRO, SAP Project Reference Object, SAP Project Reference Object, and here go to the implementation guide. SAP Reference IMG is implementation guide, and this is where you do all the backend configurations. So if you joined a SAP implementation company, as a consultant, you'll be mostly working here, understanding the client's requirements and accordingly configuring. So for example, you first have to define the company codes, etc. So which we will come to a little later. So today I just wanted to introduce you to the screens, the implementation guide and the SAP Easy Access screen, which I've already shown you. So here you have all the links that we need. So whether it is financial department, whether it is sales and distribution, material management, logistic, quality, plant maintenance, and of course our HR related, personal management, time management, payroll, everything is there in this. You have to look for the particular configuration links. Of course, these also have the transaction code. You can directly reach the transaction codes, the particular screen, if you know the transaction code. Now this is the guide document. When you click on this, a help document opens up which will give you all the information, and this particular document, this particular icon is known as the activity or execute button. When you click on it, then you move forward. Now when you have to go back again, /n to close this and go back to SAP Easy Access screen. But if you want to open another session, then you have another transaction code. Suppose you are already into this screen and you need to open another screen to view something. So you can go here in the command field and /o, type /o. So with that you come to know how many sessions are already working. You get a list here. So either you can select this and end this, or you can open another new window. So see, now we have two windows open here. So slash n closes the first window and goes back to the SAP Easy Access screen, whereas slash O gives you the list of the sessions where you can decide to close or open a new screen. So as I said, six such screens at a time can remain open. So slash n, we go back, and then this is where we go and log off. So today we just got to get introduced to the SAP server. So in today's lesson we covered this much. Now next lesson onwards we will be moving forward and creating companies and company codes. So see you in the next class, friends. Bye.